All the disrespect before you play back, button check. Button check.
What is up, Button Check fam? Thank you guys for tuning in once again. It is Sunday, the weekend. Well, the weekend's almost over, but hope you guys are enjoying it, man. We got a lot of unbuttons to check. A lot of unbuttons to check. What? I think I was gonna say unpack, but then I said buttons. Either way, let's do something with buttons. I don't know. We got the hot clips, hot topics, chapters down below if you guys want to skip around to a certain subject, all that good stuff. We's about to get it, so without further ado, hope the morning's going good, because you know it's about to get better. Let's go.
Max, what do you want for dinner?
Justice.
Party, we have to be talking about Mario Party 8.
8?
My favorite Mario Party. I don't know.
We're going to see a really important replay right here. Ooh, goes in to bait out the grab.
Yes. The hand technique.
Moving back and forth into the fade back middle finger.
All right, now into the first set of buttons that need to be checked. This one pops off in the world of Melty Blood, right? So apparently, just the other day, there was a tournament, and none other than Punkdagod was in the tournament. And there's a player by the name of Informed Enigma, right? So here's the profile on the screen. Link in the description field. Definitely check them out. Also post the link for the tournament. Definitely check it out. There was some hype-ass action. Show them some love. Okay, so far so good, right? There's a Melty tournament. You got none other than Punkdagod entering. You got Enigma or Informed Enigma, and apparently they play each other. And shockingly, well, at least to me, I'm just gonna say to me, Punk ends up getting whooped. So people started popping off, at least on Twitter. They were like, holy shit, he got mobbed, he got bodied, Enigma did the damn thing. I believe Enigma was like, oh shit, I won. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're gonna be on cloud 9 after a performance like that. But then you fast forward to the story, and I saw somebody, I guess a homie or somebody that knew Enigma, it's like, yo, this was bullshit. The homie, Informed Enigma DQ'd himself because a pro player or Punk was basically complaining. Then they were taking shots at Punk like, yo, how you gonna complain and make somebody DQ themselves only to come in second? So this is like, these are the pieces that started coming to me, because when we get stories here, it's not always like in order. It's always like you gotta piece it together and find out what actually happened. So now I saw this and I'm like, yo, what the hell am I missing? There's a whole middle section there that just went right over the head. And then they posted, I guess, some screenshots that were in the Discord right here. So you can see right here where Punk says basically, okay, I'll keep playing, and they say bet. But he says, if I get that dude again, just DQ me. And then people are like, responding. He says, I'm not playing no Wi-Fi warrior. So the whole point, that chunk that was missing was apparently during that match, Punk was like, yo, this dude was lagging. This is bullshit. I'm not playing no Wi-Fi warrior like you just saw. I don't want to play again if this is what I'm dealing with. So I saw how pissed off Enigma was after this, right? He was like, fuck this, I got robbed. He was even talking about stepping away from the FGC or something like that, taking a break, right? He was like, this is bullshit. Now my name's being dragged through the mud, basically. So that's the reason why Enigma was so pissed off, because he was like, yo, people are making it seem like I'm a known lagger. I think he said something along the line like, first of all, I'm not even known. And then he was like, second of all, that's bullshit. He was like, why are you making up excuses? If you look at the match, like a lot of other people were posting about, they were like, the only laggy part was, I guess, due to some move from one of the characters. I guess it caused the game to lag sometimes. So it was like, stop making excuses. And that was why he was getting so pissed off. And a lot of other people were, I'm not gonna say everybody, because of course there's two sides to the fence, but others were like sticking up for him, saying, yeah, we saw the match, Stop making excuses just because you're a big name player. You don't have to be like this. Just take the L and accept it. But you know, Punk kept on saying, no, you're definitely known as a lagger, and I'm not about to keep on playing if this is what's up. In that part where I showed the tweet on the screen right here, which said, dude, you lost just because you're a big name player. That one, Punk responded saying, laugh out loud. Obviously you can't see or read, but it's okay. The reason why I said that is because Punk posted this screenshot right here. I guess it was Informed Enigma's like download upload. And you can see right here where it's like 199.3. I guess that's the download, it appears. And then the upload is 3.1. So apparently from there, like during this argument and debate, Enigma got pissed off and was like, fuck it, I'm out. I'm not gonna deal with this. You guys are making me feel like shit. And then he ended up DQing himself. From there, Punk ended up, as far as I know, getting second in the tournament. But then a very interesting conversation, like, I mean, I've seen conversation versus like Wi-Fi and hardwired and upload, download and stuff like that. But you know, I'm not the most tech savvy guy. This one kind of caught me off guard. Let me know what y'all think. So some people started responding after seeing those numbers of the upload download that we just showed you guys, saying, well, that's not all that matters when it comes to a good connection, you know, because a lot of people look at that. I know I have, I'm gonna be real, and based everything off that. Okay, well, if the numbers ain't right, my connection's gonna suck. So right here, somebody by the name of Jet picks up that train of thought saying, to be fair, average connection speed doesn't matter much. What matters is the distance between you two and the connection stability. Then he goes on to describe like a personal experience of his, and others actually pick it up right here as well, like Dennis saying, you guys literally know nothing about networking. To send packets via online game, you literally just need kilobytes. Ping affects latency more than anything. And others continue it right here saying, it pains me when players use download/upload speed as proof of someone being laggy, especially when it takes like a 5-minute read to not be this ignorant on the subject. But then of course, you have that other side of the fence right here, people saying, if I had to play someone with a dog shit connection like this, I would have DQ'd, LOL. Some like Junebug right here is saying, yo, I got a better connection on Wi-Fi. There's no way he thought that was a good connection wired, because Enigma said, no, I'm not Wi-Fi, because they asked him earlier. He said, I'm actually hardwired. So the speeds that you're looking at are from a hardwired connection. Okay, so let's unpack this real quick, because this brings up a very interesting debate, one new to me as well. But before I say that, I want to give a shout out to Enigma, man. He actually made a real mature statement. I'm going to put it on the screen right now. Basically somewhere along the line saying, yo, if y'all want to go off, but I'm not promoting no witch hunt. Please don't feel the need to ratio Punk on my behalf. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, if y'all want to do it, I can't help it. If you're gonna talk your shit, go off. But I don't want the mob mentality, you know what I'm saying? Please don't do anything extra on my behalf. That is what's up. You know, as much as he was like upset and all that other stuff, I think that was a very mature mentality. And I gotta reiterate, I actually thought about that with our last story too, but this got me thinking, like, you know, I always assume that we don't do that because we're adults, you know what I'm saying? But let's be real, on Twitter, people have the mob mentality. So if you're ever watching a story like this, you know, on Button Check, please don't feel the need to find these people wherever they may be and throw some shades or shoot some shots and talk that shit, you know what I'm saying? Please. If y'all want to debate in the comment section, that's why I like to say, if you let me know if you disagree or anything, let's talk below. That's one thing, but don't go out of your way to go in their DMs and, you know, do the mob mentality. I know most of you already know that, you know what I'm saying? I just feel the need to put it out there. Okay, now let's unpack what I was saying. On one hand, you got Punk, okay, first of all, when it comes to Punk and his attitude in the FGC, I'm gonna be real, I'm a fan. And you know why I'm a fan? It's because I said he's like the good type of villain to me that the FGC needs. If he's keeping it in the game, you know, sometimes he'll talk that shit. Sometimes he does talk a little outside where you're looking at him like, Punk, shut up. That's just from what I picked up, you know what I'm saying? But other times he says shit, you know, when he talked about, like, what did he win? Like, he won some Street Fighter tournament online, then he talked about, to their face, how the connection was garbage. That was legendary. You know what I'm saying? It's like he does like legendary stuff, and he's one of the best players. He brings a lot of hype. But we all know he brings a lot of talk as well, and sometimes people look at him and say he brings a lot of excuses. So when you look at a story like this, it's one of those like, is this really the case? Do we consider it an excuse? And then you look at the upload and you look at the download, and then you start to think, well, maybe Punk does have a point here, even though we saw the footage in the replay. That looked good, apparently, right? But then you look at the speeds, you're like, well, did Punk see something we didn't see? But then you take that argument, the one I said, let's unpack, is that a thing? I really want to know, because I always thought, because like I said, I'm not the most tech savvy guy, that it was the upload, download, and you had to be hardwired, and that was the thing. But other people are saying, no, about the ping and the latency, and it matters the distance and all that other stuff, that there's actually more to it, and we're just ignorant because we haven't looked up the facts. So is that an actual thing? You know what I'm saying? Is that an actual thing to where if you do have a shitty upload and download, you could still play fairly well or have a decent connection? There it is, ladies and gents. Definitely let me know how you feeling, man. This one, like I said, it can go a lot of ways. I wish I was more tech savvy so I could actually go in like, oh, actually, this is what, you know, but I'm not. But I know a lot of you guys are, you know what I'm saying? From my experience, just from my experience, I'm like 1, 2, 3, ABC. You know what I'm saying? I know that from my connection where I live, if I'm not Wi-Fi, my shit plays like shit and I'm laggy all the time. And I can see the upload download is dog shit. And when I'm hardwired, it's night and day. You know what I'm saying? So in Enigma's case, he said he was hardwired, but then again, you see the low upload download from what, you know, people are pointing out. But apparently, there's other factors, you know what I'm saying? So that's, I guess, something to consider and something to unpack. Anyway, these are just my thoughts. Definitely let me know how you guys feeling. If I don't see you tomorrow, it'll definitely be the next day. I'm gonna shoot for it tomorrow though, so I'm excited, man. Real quick, no spoilers, I swear to God, but I went to see the new Halloween Kills. I'm just gonna put it out there. If you are a Michael Myers fan, you're gonna like this movie, man. I grew up with the series, so I went there and I wasn't disappointed. Yeah, there's 1 or 2 things where I was kind of surprised on or like, but if you're a fan of the series, if you're a fan of Michael Myers, you're gonna love it. Anyway, I just enjoyed it, man. Halloween's coming up. The spirit of Halloween's coming up. I love it. So one more again, thank you guys for all the amazing love. We'll see you soon. Love you forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
The upload download argument kind of sounds to me like the whole small little penis conversation that guys have with other guys and women. You know what I'm saying? Because it's almost like you can argue anything. Like, oh, your size and your width is only such and such, but like, yeah, but it's more to it than that. It's more to it than that. It depends also on the thrust and the ocean and, you know, the hip movement. Also the connectivity between two people and the distance and the girl, if she's under 100 pounds, how big is the vagina too? That's another question. I'm just saying I got a big dick. It ain't the biggest dick, but I got a big dick. Not all big dicks are the same size. That's what I'm saying. Not all big dicks just the same size. Some big dicks are a little smaller, but they still big. Okay, even if I have a medium, but it's like a medium, like, you know, the medium fountain drinks at Whataburger, they still like this big, and you get them and you're like, oh shit, this is a medium? That's what I'm talking about, Playboy, medium, but they aren't all the same size. Just don't tell me I got bad numbers and I got bad connections with women. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still doing my thing. I still wear Magnums. Magnum Slims, but they still Magnums.